Hey Lori in San Ramon, California. Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I cut plus 125 reading glasses for your RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer color 901L, which is a classic shiny black in the 55 eye size. Let's go ahead and begin. This is the RayBan original packaging as they ship it to me. Your Italian leather RayBan case, your RayBan frame, RayBan cleaning cloth, which was backwards. Let me turn that around and put it back in. And this is how RayBan sends me the frame with the crooked G15 sticker, almost always. But they also put a plastic sleeve on the left temple so that it doesn't get scratched while being shipped. Well, if they think it's a good idea to put one on there, well, by golly, I'm going to put a second one on there when I ship to you. So let me take all this off and we're going to get started. I'm going to take out the original heavy glass G15 lenses. Your frame just dropped in weight by at least 50%. I'm going to put your Italian frame into my Italian Santinelli LE1000 patternless edger. The stylus has popped up and it's going to trace the shape of your right lens, and then it's going to move over and trace the shape of your left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy a frame and you get free single vision prescription or non-prescription lenses, whatever you prefer. In this case, we're going with plus 125 reading glasses. So I'm going to pull the shape up. I'm going to put the, what are we at here? 70. I'm going to put the pupillary distance in, and this is a polycarbonate lens. I'm going to cut on the soft cycle, and this is for a plastic frame. So let's go ahead and begin. These are your plus 125 lenses, one pair of them. Take them out of the wrapper. I'm going to just double check. Find the optical center. I put the power drum on my Marco 101 lensometer to plus 125. I'm going to put your lens in until I find the optical center. Put some dots on there. Of course, you can't see those, so I'm going to darken those dots and label that R. Although since you're the same in both eyes, it almost doesn't matter. Same thing again. Let's find the optical center of this lens. Put some little dots on there. There's one, but let me just darken that some more, and that's the left. So I need to put this block on here while it is cutting. It's going to hold it in place in the lathe. So this is an empty block. I'm putting it in the Speedy Blocker. I'm going to take this little double-sided sticky pad by 3M. I'm going to stick that on one side, pull away the tape to make it sticky on that side, line it up. Essentially, I've got an optical crosshair, vertical, meridian, and a horizontal. And I want to make sure that red dot is going to be dead center on there. I'm going to do the same thing with your left lens. And pull the tape away and hit, well, just push the lever down. So I'm going to take your right lens, put it into the chuck. Excuse me, the Charles, because I don't know it well enough. But the first thing that's going to happen is these calipers are going to come down and trace the shape of your right lens to make sure that this lens is large enough to fit into the frame. It's going to trace the concave side of the lens first, which is closest to your eyelashes. Then it's going to move over and trace the convex side of the lens, which sits away from the face. All the while measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly where to place the bevel. The actual cutting wheel is this wheel down here on the bottom left. It is like a heavy grit sandpaper. It's going to grind away your polycarbonate material until it's the final shape. This wheel in the center with that little channel is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens, so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I will have to close the door in a moment, but for now I just want you to see as your lens touches down on the cutting wheel. There we go. Now your lenses, again, plus 125 sphere. You have no astigmatism, that's why I mean 0. These are polycarbonate lenses, which are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. Your lenses are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection in case you feel like sitting outside. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes now. Not only are they all that, but it's also an aspheric lens, meaning that a spherical lens is round all over, somewhat bulging. This has a flatter field of view, a flatter curvature, so you don't get that ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. This is going to fit inside the frame. These are the highest quality ophthalmic lenses that you can get. A lot of places, hey, what do you think of the pink pants? My patients have been picking on me all day about the pink pants. My wife got them for me to wear to church on Easter, and I figured, hey, why wear them only one day out of the year? So I'm going to rock them today. Thank you, honey, for buying me my pink pants. But yeah, so if you notice, your lens is still completely flat all the way around. Now it's putting the bevel onto the lens. It's like a knife-like edge. A very dull knife, but nonetheless a knife-like edge. That's what's going to keep it in the frame. If you notice, there is water running in the background when I place my hand there. Hopefully you can see that. But polycarbonate cuts dry, where plastic and high-index lenses cut wet. Now in just a moment the water jets will kick in, but that's only to wash any optical debris, little optical sawdust if you will, off of the lens. But yeah, your high-quality aspheric polycarb lenses, which you get for free, that are ophthalmic grade. Most internet sellers start off with plastic lenses that they charge you for. Then you pay the upgrade if you want the thinner and lighter polycarb. And then if you want the aspheric polycarb, you pay a second upgrade, where you get all that for free. That's the third tier lens from every other seller on the internet. I start there and go upwards from there, and these are always free. Free shipping anywhere in the continental United States. And the free video, so you can watch your glasses being made by me, Matthew, the licensed optician here in North Carolina. Speaking of which, it is now 7:26 on Wednesday, May 14th, 88 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina, at least according to my Samsung Gear 2 watch. Now I'm going to take your lens out and dry it off so it's not slippery, so I don't drop it, but I'll be quite shocked if this fits in your frame. The 55 has a deeper bevel, and usually I have to take it down a little bit more, but you still have some rough edges, and I want to see if it fits. So I'm going to go over to my handstone, which is completely flat. Now I can put my hand on it while it's running. My finger gets warm due to the friction, but it's that friction that causes me to do what's called a safety bevel, where I go around the outside of your lens and smooth out those rough edges. Now if you see this white powdery substance I'm scraping off, this is called Schwarf. And if you're a Mel Brooks fan, you would say, may the Schwarf be with you. But it's not going to be with you, because I'm going to scrape it all off and you never get a chance to see it. And I love doing this in every video. But once I collect it nicely, cleanly, compactly into one pile, I wipe it on the floor. And this is where I say, kids, stay in school. I went to school for years to learn how to make a mess like that. So if you want to make a mess like me, kids, stay in school. All right, so I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner, and then I'm going to push down at the nose to see if it fits. And there's a lot of resistance, so it's not going to fit. So I'm going to take it down a little bit more. I'm going to take it down 1/10 of a millimeter. Now it's the golden rule. You can always cut more off of a lens. You can never add it back on after it's cut. So my machine is programmed to cut just a little bit large, and then I take it down to size. I wear the 52 eye size myself. This is color 6053, which is the blue crystal. I wear this frame in 10 colors, and every day I pop my lenses out and put them into a different color frame depending on what I'm wearing. Now 1/10 of a millimeter, most people in America don't know what a millimeter is, and I didn't until I got in this field. But a millimeter is the distance between my thumbnails. I'm going to take 1/10 of that distance off all the way around the circumference of your lens until it snaps right in easily. Now there's a couple of tricks of the trade. Some people like to heat the frame up in these glass bead pans. That will make your plastic more pliable and it'll fit in there, but I do not like to stretch a frame by forcing a lens in there, because eventually over time the frame will become distorted, and what we call it is rolling. Other people call it warped, but if you imagine your frame being a gutter, like the same gutter on your house, if it's too tight, it'll cause it to roll. It's going to force the bevel to turn outward from the pressure, from the stress. And I'm going to cut this where it snaps in easily. It's referred to as a cold mount, where I don't use any heat to mount the lens. It takes me a little bit longer, but that way I can keep the quality high and make sure that your frame lasts you for years. And the other thing, Lori, should you ever need other lenses, you won't have to purchase a frame again. You can purchase lenses only from me. I can ship them right to my house, your house, and as you'll see before the end of the video, you will know how to pop your lenses in and out. So I'm going to take this out to dry the lens off again. Back to the handstone real quick. Back to the safety bevel very quickly. And even quicker, scrape that off the edge of your lens. And I do this so much, I have a V-shaped bevel that is worn into my thumbnail. My friends call it my occupational thumbnail. Whoops, back onto the floor. Did I accidentally do that? Okay, so I'm going to see if this fits. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner. And then using my thumbs, press down at the nose, it snaps in perfectly. So I'm going to flip this over and cut the left lens. Back to left. And I'm going to hit start. And same procedure as before, the caliper is going to come down, but this time they're going to trace the shape of your left lens. Starting with the concave side first, as always, and then moving over to trace the convex side of the lens. So your prescription plus 125. The unit of measurement in the optical field is called a diopter. It is spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Everything is in quarter increments, where 0, which is 20/20 without glasses, is no value. Again, 0, also known as plano, and then goes up in quarter increments. So 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, 1 1/4. You need 5 steps of correction in order to magnify to the correct size. You have 6 eye muscles and many other muscles in your body, but as we age, all the muscles in our body get weaker, and the eye muscle is no different. So I'm going to pop this off now. As we age and the muscles get weaker and weaker, you will find that you'll need to move up to a 150 or 175 or even true prescription reading glasses should you ever develop an astigmatism. And there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like someone has straight hair, someone has curly hair. You need the magnification. Astigmatism makes 6s and 8s and P's and F look alike. That's what makes fuzzy edges. So astigmatism clears that up. Should you ever develop any, it's very easy to correct for in glasses, much more expensive in contacts. This is your lens as it is starting to take shape. This Santinelli Edger runs $30,000. I recommend everyone go out and get one, put it on your kitchen counter, and you won't need me to cut your lenses for you anymore. So this is the outside of your lens, the temporal area. This is at the nose. Again, if you notice, your lens is completely flat for now. Now it's putting the bevel onto the lens. I will provide instructions on how to care for your Italian leather RayBan case and cleaning cloth. And I also throw in, whoops, there it is, one of my cleaning cloths as well, premium microfiber cleaning cloths. Instructions on how to care for those so it'll last for years. I also include a photo request with the orders of glasses I send out. I take pictures of my patients when they come in to pick up their glasses, and then I put them, in fact, young boy came in today and got his first pair. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. He's cute. Great smile with his braces. I'm wearing the 6053, which is the blue crystal. He got the black crystal. Isn't that a great picture? He was so happy to get his first pair of glasses. That is the same frame you're getting. He's getting in the smaller size just because he's probably about, well, he's in the 8th grade. You're getting it in the adult size. Put that back. Should you ever need any other pair of glasses, Lori, again, I can send them right to your house. Okay, let's take this out and let's make sure this fits now. Back to the handstone real quickly. You're watching as I handcraft your lenses. Let's scrape all that swarf off, collect it on the counter. And you know what? My wife hates it when I throw it on the floor, so in her honor tonight, I'm going to throw this away in the trash can. But I want you to see how far I have to go. Once this is collected, now follow with me, follow with me. See how far I had to go to throw that away? It's so much easier just to throw it on the floor like that. Who has time to go that far in the course of a workday? We're all so busy. We're multitasking. We got things we got to do. I'm sorry, honey. I'm just busy. Okay, so let's see if this fits. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner, and using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. I'm going to take this block off. It is no longer needed. I want to check one measurement. We are good. Now, should you ever want new lenses, I'm going to show you how you take them out. It's always with the thumb, it's always at the nose, regardless of whether you're putting them in or taking them out. You're always pushing down with your thumbs. So to get the frame out, I mean the lenses out, I turn the frame upside down. Now I'm right-handed, so I grab the frame with my left hand, and I use my thumb, and I kind of pull back on the frame with my fingers to torque it. You're not going to hurt your frame, you're not going to hurt your unbreakable lenses. But I put my thumb at the nose, I put my other thumb on top, and I push outward or downward, out comes your lens. Same thing on this side, using my thumb, I press downward, out it comes. And actually while it's there, I'm going to use my optical grade acetone to go ahead and clean your lenses off while it's out of the frame, because I do not want to get any of the solvents near your frame. Now, 99% of optical shops do free adjustment, so when you get these, and if they're too loose or too tight, or they're sitting high, let's put them back in, and then I can polish them. So again, put them in, tuck them in at the outside corner, and I like to work on the side closest to me. I'm not trying to reach over the frame, so if I were working on this side, I would rotate it here, but since I'm doing the left lens first, I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner, then using my thumbs, press down at the nose, it snaps right in, turn the frame around, it's facing upright, tuck it in at the outside corner, then I press down at the nose and it snaps right in. Now some people like to tuck it in at the nose first and then push down, how you like to do it. Of course, there's really no need for you to do this unless you ever want to get new lenses for this frame years from now. But as I was saying, 99% of all optical shops do free adjustments, so if these are loose or tight or sitting high on one side, which happens to me because I have one ear that's higher than the other, so when I press them on the counter, mine wobble. Now I'm going to check for that on yours. I'm going to put it in what's known as the 3-point stance or standard alignment. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I put it on the counter and press down with my thumbs, unlike my frames that wobble. So I'm going to flip them over, do the same test so there is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Same amount of tension on each side. I'm just about to get these wrapped up and shipped to you. If anyone out there has any questions about what I can and can't do, although I can tell you it's almost nothing I can't do when it comes to glasses. Just dry everything off, get all my fingerprints off of the shiny plastic so that everything is pristine when you take it out of the box. But yeah, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or just click the contact me button on the website. Lori, I hope you enjoyed watching your glasses being made, and everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.